Hi and welcome. I'm Paulina, or also known as Lina, and I'm here with another random knitting chat. Since the last of these chatty videos, since then I've been knitting a lot, traveling a lot, and I published a shawl pattern, and you can see that on the separate video that I did for that over there or here, whatever. So during the last full moon, I was in Paris, up in the Eiffel Tower, and it was just amazing. I did not want to come down. I know that's probably like the most touristy thing on earth to do, or at least very high on that list, but I loved it. I loved the views of Paris from there. I love the tower itself as an architectural building, or it's not a building, but architectural structure. It was just beautiful. I went up during sunset and sort of watching the sky turn pink and the city start to glisten, and then the full moon rose. Yeah, one of the best moments in a long while, I guess. I'm not a travel vlogger, or this is a travel vlog by any means, but just briefly, I had a wonderful trip. I went first to Italy, to Tuscany, to attend a wedding, and we stayed at this very small, tiny village, and it was just beautiful and calm and yeah, amazing. I'm very emotional, as well as weddings usually are. Then I started my rail journey, and I traveled from Siena in Italy all the way to Edinburgh in Scotland. And I stopped in Milan for one night, had a little walk around the city, in Zurich for a long lunch break, and then stayed in Paris for 3 nights. Then I hopped across the channel to London, where I went onwards to Glastonbury for the weekend, and back to London for one night, and then up to Scotland, where my partner joined me, and we had I can't think of any other adjectives than perfect, amazing, wonderful, which I've already used, but it was just soul-filling, heartwarming. It was just wonderful. We really enjoyed our time, and for late September we had amazing weather. It was quite cold, but hardly any rain, and yeah, in there I had another very perfect moment that I will probably remember forever. We went on this trip to Mull, Iona and Staffa, and when we did the boat took us around Staffa. We also actually went into Fingal's Cave, which I hadn't anticipated, and that was the place that I had wanted to see, and I was just happy viewing it from the boat. But when the boat went into yeah, that was already a highlight for me. I felt like my heart was bursting with happiness. But then when the boat started coming back, we first of all saw seals, but then we also saw dolphins. They were just jumping up and down around the boat, under the boat. You know, I hadn't anticipated that at all. The sea was completely calm, so you also saw them swimming in the water. Yeah, it was magical. That was one of the best days. Why I wanted to include it here is, well, because I like to reminisce about this trip, but when I'm traveling and during that trip especially, there were moments when these ideas for new designs just flowed through me, and I sketched quite many patterns. I don't know if they will ever see the light of day, as I do have a longer list of designs to create than I can actually manage to create. But regardless, I always just jot them down and then see later when I'm ready to work on something new. I see what pops up, what still sort of inspires me, what still seems like something that I do want to bring forth and into the world. But yeah, so being in a new environment, I spent 8 days just by myself. So I had a lot of time to think and just, you know, listen to myself and what I had in me. So it just sort of, yeah, moments like that, they do something to the imagination, and then things just pop up. That is what has been inspiring me lately a lot. And I'm sure even if what I've drawn doesn't ever become reality in the exact same way that I've seen it on that trip, it will certainly influence me. I've seen new color combinations, new patterns, shapes. Yeah, so those will one way or another be reflected in the designs that I make next. Now, let's share what I did after returning home, which is to release the Samhain shawl. And like I said, there's the separate video for that if you want to see more of it. But this is, I'm thrilled with this, and I'm so happy that you guys like it too. I just thank you for the warm welcome for it, or for the warm reception for it. And this is actually what prompted me to gather up some of the knits that I seem to be wearing, not that it's fall, that I seem to be wearing all the time. This will be one of them. I haven't yet worn it out because I don't like wearing knits that I haven't published or that aren't published yet. But now that the pattern is out, I can start wearing this, and I think this will be perfect for the weather we're having now because it's warm, DK weight, but it's not super bulky. So it'll be a great addition to my fall shawl wardrobe. But you can probably see that I'm wearing a sweater right now. This is another one of those that I wear. Well, I wear this pretty much year round, but that I wear this a lot. This was the one and only sweater I took with me on the trip. Well, my partner did bring another warmer one to Scotland, but for the first part, this was the only one that I had. And this is by Meiju or Meiju Knits. It's called Dreamy Road. I knit this, I think 3 years ago now. And it's just been an absolute favorite of mine ever since. The design is wonderful. I like the slightly cropped length. I like the stitch pattern, and I love the long sleeves. And I also really love the yarn that I knit this with. This is, I have my notes down there because I always forget these things. So this is Labianemi, Kumo, and Helix in the colorway Lise, L-I-S-E. So yeah, it's not extremely warm, so if it gets really cold during the winter, I wear warmer sweaters, but it's the perfect autumn sweater. The Kumo makes it sort of warmer than it appears to be, I guess. So yes, that's one of them. Then there's my shawl. I'm gonna be so hot. Then there's my new shawl, Samhain. For the head, I just checked this because I remembered this was Stephen West's pattern, but I just checked the name. It's Yes Checks, and the yarn that I used for this is Hedgehog Fibers Merino DK. Yeah. And I've been wearing this for years and years, and This was back when I still made Ravelry pattern pages. I knit this in 2015, so 9 years ago, and it's still in perfect condition. And I've been wearing this a lot. And even when I'm not wearing it, I'm using it. If I take my camera somewhere, whether on a trip or day trip, if I just take it somewhere with me from home, I don't have any protection for it, sort of official protection, so I just pop it in here. So this has held my camera on numerous outings and been in my bag, and it's just in perfect condition. So this yarn, I can definitely recommend that one. And this pattern is, I kind of like, and it works even if I have my hair up in a bun, because there's all that extra space that I can just sort of tuck around it. And for the hands, I most often wear my ordinary Magic mitts that do not look like they did when I first published them. I've worn these so much that the top end here just started unraveling. The yarn just wore through. So I unraveled all the bits that weren't working anymore and picked up the stitches, and then just used some random yarn that I had lying around to rework the top so I can continue wearing them. Slightly different look, but still quite nice. Sometimes I like to repair things, other times I just like to knit whole new things. I can't wear all of these, I'm gonna be too long. Right, so in addition to sewing, what I've been using so far has been my Fading Light shawl. This is from my book, A Little Book of Moon Inspired Shawls. And this is great because it's very lightweight. This is La Bien-Aimée Helix, so it's light fingering weight yarn. So it's very nice for when it's not too cold, but you want something around your neck. So this works well for that. Plus I love the lace and the light beams. Yeah, I'm biased, I know, because it's my shawl. And then when it's a bit chillier, or if I'm just sitting around, maybe throw this over my shoulders as quite a new design of mine as well. And this is Forest Whispers. And this is definitely a lot more bulkier than the other two shawls. This is made from a small farm yarn batch of approximately worth it weight yarn. I wanted to make my shawl with that, but I know it's very difficult to find exactly the same yarn with the same yardage, since it didn't even state any yardage. I've weighed and I've made the pattern so that you can easily make less or more repeats than what I have done on mine, so you can use similar yarns and just use what you have, kind of the amount that you have. So if you like to use farm yarns, or would like to and haven't had a chance before because it's been difficult to find patterns for them, this one would be a good choice. And it's very comforting, the smell and just the feel of the yarn. Right, all right. So I think that is everything I wanted to share with you this time. If you have something that you've knit and you've worn year after year after year, do let me know. I'd love to check out patterns like that. And maybe everyone else will enjoy seeing those sort of trusted favorites or cherished favorites as well, and maybe find something new for them to knit. All right, I will see you soon again. Thank you for watching. Bye.